their access to these meeting places where they can take decisions in the best interest of their states?
You would think so, Winston, on the surface of it. But honestly, when I heard the Honorable Afia Kubi yesterday, I couldn't believe my ears and eyes. My first thought was, how did Ghana inherit such spoiled adults? We usually talk about spoiled children, but with all due respect, I'm saying I'm hearing spoiled adults speak, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Even before getting into the merits or demerits of the law per se, I would like to handle this in terms of, number one, the attitude of our public servants, and then secondly, the understanding of leadership.
Okay.
Honestly, I find the attitude of many of our public servants nauseating. There is a certain sense of entitlement, which for me is very saddening. The word minister itself, I'm using that as an example, actually means servant. And I have jokingly tell people that if ever I become president of this country, I will change all the term minister to servant, so that we know we are talking to the servant of education and the servant of transportation and the servant. But how can our servants be so entitled? So that's the number one thing. And I saw the television excerpt yesterday, with Honorable Afia Kubi, and honestly, that was the attitude that came forth. Entitlement, and that is a problem. Secondly, talking about leadership itself, a leader is a responsible person who serves and influences people to achieve a shared noble purpose. The first characteristic of a leader is that they are responsible. So I love it that Apia Kubi and our leaders are saying we want to be responsible, we want to meet deadlines, we want to, meet the KPIs you have given us. But that is only on the surface, because responsibility also means that you do not regularize emergencies. I mean, if you're always in a hurry to meet deadlines, you are irresponsible. Sometimes, yes, you will need to move in an emergency, and so yes, call a motorcade, whatever it is. But to be living every day as an emergency, or to give you the license to live every day like an emergency, that is irresponsible. I mean, like they say, once you cook in the kitchen, once in a while, pepper will get into your eyes. But what kind of person are you that every single time you go into the kitchen, pepper gets into your eyes? That is what I'm hearing. Look, I'm supposed to be on a certain radio station this morning at 8:30 a.m. Winston, I left my home in West Legon at 6 a.m. Because I know I'll be stuck in traffic. I've been parked at the parking station of the radio station, waiting in my car, working from my car, because I know there's going to be traffic. Our leaders have to be responsible, also plan their lives. And then you mentioned a very important point, fixing the problem itself. Why do we have traffic in Accra? I've lived in cities that have bigger populations than Accra and don't have that kind of traffic. Why don't we solve the fundamental problem? What are the alternative routes? Where are trains and buses? Almost everybody in Los Angeles, for example, decided to create these high-capacity, high-occupancy vehicle routes, so that if you are more than two in a car, you have a special lane you use. Why? Almost every single car had one person in it. Why are we not solving the fundamental problem, rather skirting around the issue? The last thing I'll say is that leadership is servanthood. A leader is a responsible person who serves. Please, please, please. Our leaders must be seen to be truly serving us, and not us pandering to their whims and caprices.
Okay.
About the law itself, if there's anything, we need more laws to regulate our haphazardness, not less, and better implementation of the many wonderful laws we already have. A couple of times, I myself have fallen foul of traffic laws, and when I'm stopped by the police, I'm willing to go to court, and they are surprised that I'm willing to go to court. My own driving has really improved because in Canada, I kept getting speeding tickets. I can tell you that I largely drive by the speed limit now in Canada just because following the laws has regulated my behavior. In fact, my first driving test in Montreal, I failed the test. Have you seen the last thing I'll say? Have you seen the European prime ministers riding bicycles and trains to work.
Yeah.
Come on. The Dutch Prime Minister, just this video that surfaced last week, he's riding a bicycle to work. And he's now going to be in charge of NATO, and he'll probably be riding all the way to NATO. Please, let's get serious.
All right. Let me